So, when you apply for a mortgage and your whole financial history gets boiled down to just this simple 3-digit credit score.
Right. Yeah. The bank just looks at that and knows instantly if you're trustworthy.
Exactly.
Oh.
Well, businesses operating down in Mexico, they have something similar, but it's way faster and just far less forgiving.
Oh, definitely.
It's this real-time tax health report called the 32D. And today we're doing a deep dive into how this one single document essentially controls corporate life in the country.
Yeah, and what makes the 32D, officially it's the Opinión del Cumplimiento de Obligaciones Fiscales, what makes it so powerful is that it's not a sliding scale.
Right.
Like, you don't get a 750 or an 800. It's just a brutal pass-fail binary.
Pass-fail. Wow.
Yeah, and it can instantly freeze a company's ability to operate.
So that binary, it basically goes down to 3 grades, right? Positive, negative, or I think without obligations for dormant companies.
Exactly, yeah. And then negative triggers, I mean, they make intuitive sense. Like if a company misses a monthly declaration or they have a firm tax debt, they fail.
Makes sense.
Or a tax crime conviction, obviously. But also, if the tax authority, the SAT, if they show up to a registered office and the business owner just isn't physically there, they fail.
Wait, really? Just for not being there?
Yeah, it's called the not located status, and it acts as an instant kill switch.
Oh, wow.
Because it's specifically designed to stop shell companies from, registering in an empty dirt lot or an abandoned building.
Okay, that makes sense. But here is where I'm getting genuinely confused by the mechanics of this. Because a positive score, it seems entirely superficial.
How do you mean?
Well, the system just checks if you filed the paperwork, right?
Yeah.
Not if the math is actually correct.
Right.
Like, if I owe 1,000,000 pesos, but I file a return saying I owe 0, I still get a positive grade just because I submitted the form.
Right, yeah, you do.
So I guess my question is, why build this massive real-time digital infrastructure just to basically check if the homework has a name on it? Isn't that a massive loophole?
I mean, it sounds like one, but you have to realize that if the SAT audited the actual math for every single company in real time, commerce would literally just stop.
Oh.
Yeah, you have to think of the 32D as a radar ping, not like a full forensic investigation.
Right.
They handle millions of taxpayers, so they need an automated first-line filter just to make sure a business is actively participating and not, completely ignoring their basic obligations.
Sure.
The formal deep dive audit, that comes later.
Okay, so if it's just a radar ping, what is it actually scanning for when it hits a corporate profile?
Well, it hits a 7-point checklist in just milliseconds.
Milliseconds. That's crazy.
Yeah, it checks for active digital tax mailboxes, unpaid firm debts, things like that. But the real engine of the system is the real-time cross-referencing of digital invoices, which are known in Mexico as CFDIs.
Okay, so how does that matching actually work in the background? Because it sounds incredibly complex to execute in milliseconds for, millions of businesses.
It is, but it works because the country's invoicing system is entirely centralized.
Oh, I see. Centralized how?
Well, when a business issues a CFDI invoice, it's essentially this packet of XML data that instantly pings the government's servers.
Okay, so the government sees it the second it's created.
Exactly. So when the 32D algorithm runs, it simply compares the total volume of that XML data pinged to your account against the provisional tax payments you manually declared.
Hooray.
And if those two data pools diverge wildly, you fail.
Wow.
Right.
So it's basically checking for structural integrity before it even looks at the specific numbers inside.
Exactly. And it's also cross-referencing the corporate ID against Article 69B.
Okay, what is that? 69B.
Yeah, that's the government's blacklist for companies simulating operations. So essentially, organizations selling fake invoices.
Oh, got it. So it's kind of like a digital bouncer. But instead of just looking at your ID, it's checking your ID against a list of known smugglers, while simultaneously weighing your pockets to see if the cash you claim to have matches the shape of your jacket.
That is a perfect way to put it, actually.
Yes. And if that bouncer turns you away, the fallout, it bleeds straight into the private sector, doesn't it?
Oh, immediately.
Because a positive 32D is legally required to bid on government contracts, sure. But I was reading that private companies are demanding this from their suppliers every single month out of pure self-preservation.
Yeah, they have to. It all comes down to joint liability.
Right.
Because if a major manufacturer does business with a supplier who drops to a negative status or gets flagged on that fake invoice blacklist, the manufacturer's own tax deductions are suddenly in jeopardy.
Wait, really? they get penalized.
Yeah, they could end up eating the tax costs of their suppliers' bad behavior.
Oh, wow.
And because of that risk, a 32D is really only considered commercially valid for 30 days.
Wow, just 30 days.
Right. Or 3 months if we're talking about government subsidies.
That is wild. I mean, imagine waking up tomorrow to find your biggest client froze all your payments just because you forgot to file a routine monthly tax form. Like, your entire supply chain just halts.
And fixing it isn't instant either.
No.
No, if you pay the debt or you file the missing form, it takes the system like 24 to 48 hours to update your status back to positive.
Oh, man.
And during that whole window, your corporate operations are just paralyzed. It acts as the ultimate corporate cover letter.
It's just such a ruthless mechanism for compliance. Like, you either play by the rules this month or you simply don't get paid this month.
Exactly. Which actually brings up a much larger implication.
What's that?
Well, right now, this algorithm is mostly checking that the homework is turned in, like you said, and scanning for broad data mismatches.
Right.
But the infrastructure is already there. All the CFDI invoice data is sitting right there on the government servers. So as processing power scales, you have to wonder how long until this simple pass-fail check evolves into a full-blown AI-driven real-time audit of every single transaction.
Wow.
Like right before the money even changes hands.
That is terrifying.
Yeah.
The digital bouncer isn't just checking your ID anymore. Pretty soon, they're going to be reading your diary before they let you through the door.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, that is definitely something for everyone to think about.